What up, you guys? Your boy the Scientist, and today we're going to be discussing Drake and Blockboy JB and Drake possibly, but not necessarily, or absolutely, it's not completely sure, signing Blockboy JB. Today, or no, yesterday, they released a song called "Look Alive," and it's a banger. I'm telling you right now, Drake's got it on it, so it's got the formula package. This thing is going in. And it's already I already see everybody fucking talking about it, putting fire emojis under the fucking thing. The only thing I'm waiting for is to see the thing go fucking platinum or platinum streams or whatever, or maybe so many times gold or some number that's really gonna be good for Blockboy JB. But now, who is Blockboy JB? Blockboy JB is a southern rapper from Memphis, Tennessee. I've known about him, but I haven't really been paying attention to him. And that's why I think this is interesting. He became, quote-unquote, famous with a viral hit called No Chorus Part 6. That's the song that sort of blew him up. I didn't know about him back then. I do know that he had a mixtape called Who Am I One Free. And I heard that go. People were banging that. He's got a song on that called Rover and Shooter. Those ones are going. I mean, as far as I know, he's an up and coming rapper. It wasn't looking necessarily really good for him. It wasn't necessarily looking really bad for him. He had a nice fan base, viral songs. That's how you blow up nowadays. So I was paying attention to him like I was paying attention to everybody else. Where I'm not like, okay, this guy's a sure hit. He's a sure superstar, but we'll see. He is a poppin' rapper. He has a fan base. He's from the South, so that a lot of times when you're from the South, I feel like people from the South really fuck with their artists. So, not saying that makes it easier to blow up, but just once you're there, it's easier to keep going because people will really follow you and whatever. Now, Drake will possibly sign him, and I have a couple of things to say about that. First of all, is it a good choice? That's the best question, because that's a really good one when it comes to OVO, of course, because first of all, Drake's the most poppin' rapper right now. OVO is a really poppin' label, so people would say, why the fuck wouldn't you sign him? But anybody who knows anything about OVO understands that there are certain reasons why people might not want to sign OVO. Now, while I'm talking about what I'm going to talk about, keep in mind that this guy is from Memphis, Tennessee, and Drake's dad is from Memphis, Tennessee, and Drake has a lot of places where he's supposedly has all these connections, and he has a deep emotional connection to the place. But Memphis, Tennessee is one of those. And for a good reason, because his dad's from there, and he has family there, and he has those lines from, my dad's from Tennessee, I should probably just move to the Graceland, blah, 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 blah. But, okay, he signs this kid, Blockboy. This isn't the first time Drake signed somebody, we all know that. Roy Woods is signed under him, Party Next Door is signed under him. We have good reason to believe that he tried to sign The Weeknd and Nav, but as far as I know, The Weeknd definitely said no. And as far as I know, Nav is on OVO, XO Republic, and Republic, and that's all The Weeknd stuff. I don't know if The Weeknd is signed to Republic, but I guess maybe I'll look that up real quick. There is one thing about being signed to OVO that everybody always talks about. And that is that you might have the time of your life, you might fuck mad bitches, you might have a cool poppin' career with all the poppin' artists, meeting all of them, but there's a good chance that you're gonna be staying in Drake's shadow, and that's necessarily definitely not going to change. And it sort of looks like at that record label, Drake is the number one priority, and that could make it harder for you to get your name out there on your own. By the way, The Weeknd is also signed to Republic Records, because uh, a lot. Maybe the fattest beats go to Drake. That's sort of what it looks like. There's a lot of dope beats coming from there. A lot of Buck and the Nice had that one song, "Live Up to My Name." That beat was fire. But we have seen from time to time again that a lot of talent over there isn't where it's supposed to be. If you ask me, I mean, look at Party Next Door. That's a perfect example. He's most likely a superstar if you ask me. He has like the really shy stuff going on, but that shouldn't be a problem. Michael Jackson was a shy dude as well, and this guy got hits, and he's a born entertainer, and all his biggest songs are going, of course, to Rihanna with "Work" or whatever, or to Drake with wrote "With You." That's a song from Drake. Well, Party Next Door is on that one. So I mean, that's sort of, but that's again like it's a song Party Next Door wrote, and it's pretty much Drake's song, and he's on it, but it's pretty much Drake's song. He wrote "Shining." It's a song from Beyonce and Jay-Z, or I guess it's from Khaled, but Beyonce and Jay-Z are performing on it. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you go on a label, and then you have to start writing for a whole bunch of other people, even though now might be the best time for you to pop. You know what I mean? Like people start to understand what kind of a dope writer you are and how many hits you have made. At that point, I would come up to Drake, me personally, and be like, "Yo, my guy, I've been writing a couple of songs for you, a couple of hit songs, and now I'm hot. You know what I mean? People are finding out how cool I am. Why don't we put our complete A mode on my career right now?" But that's just not happening over there. You know what I mean? Because it's Drake. And I mean, sure, I guess for good reason, because he's a cash cow and a superstar. But I mean, me personally, as an artist, I wouldn't sign over there because of that reason. I mean, me personally, I would be like, I would never sign over yo. Just because if I want to go to a record label, I want to be the superstar at some point. So I want to be the top priority. I don't want to. I could sign to another artist, but only if I could really, be ensured that he's gonna take care of me. You know what I mean? Like, it might sound egotistical, but it's my career, and I want to be a poppin' superstar. So of course. So now he signs Blockboy Jr. JB, and I guess it's the same thing. I don't know. I don't think Blockboy JB is a great ghostwriter. He doesn't. I mean, if you listen to his songs, it doesn't sound like it. But he could do the same thing. He could just see if it works. See if he can ride off the wave, the Blockboy JB wave, and when that dies down, he could just shelve him. You know what I mean? And I mean, that's not what you want. And that's sort of what McConan, I Love McConan, claims happened to him. Right? That's another one. It's another one of those stories from the OVO sweatshop, as people like to call it. But to Drake's defense, Blockboy JB is a Memphis rapper, so maybe that's why he signed him. But what I also thought was Blockboy JB is not necessarily a super poppin' rapper. So that sort of made it look good for Drake. Like, he's not chasing some dude who's really hot right now who he can use. He's going for somebody who has a fan base, who's doing his thing, where he's a real artist, but at the same time he's still up and coming. He's still trying to get his shot. He's still doing his thing. So that sort of does make it look good for Drake, which makes me have some hope for it. And I mean, I really hope that it works out, of course, because that's good for all the sides. I want everybody to be happy. And then I could come back on this YouTube page and say, you know what, I was completely wrong about Drake and everything, and he helped this kid out. Now, another thing that could be why I want to help this kid out is because he's from Memphis, Tennessee, which can be a good and a bad thing. You know what I mean? It could be a thing where he's like, oh, well, I have to since he's from Memphis, Tennessee, and I guess I'll do it, and maybe he fucks it up, and it's like, dude, you have a responsibility. You got a kid under you. But at the same time, it's like, hey, this kid might not be that poppin'. He might not be the craziest guy. I mean, he is popping. He is definitely popping, especially after this song. But maybe not as popping as like a Trippie Redd is at this moment, or a 6ix9ine, or a Pump, right? Pump cut ties with his music label a couple of weeks ago. There was a huge bidding war. I didn't hear OVO's name in there. So, I mean, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? That shows you that you're not just going after what's hot. And that's what OVO does show you, that they have a sort of a way they want to go. They have certain artists they want you to see. They do show you that they're not just going for anybody who's popping. But at the same time, they also show you that nobody has really popped off there. I mean, as far as I know, not really, except for Drake. I mean, I guess Party, but he could have popped off way more if they put more time in this dude. So I mean, that's a given if you ask me. That's very obvious. Okay, well, pros and cons of signing to Drake. The pros for Blockboy, of course, clout, the shine of being signed by him, Drake features, and OVO beats. And the downsides are the ones I just we just talked about. The label maybe not being the best label, and maybe pretty much being a Drake label instead of a label for everybody. So I don't know. Would you guys sign the OVO? Do you like Blockboy JB? If you checked out his shit, if you checked out that latest song, "Look Alive" with Drake and JB, what do you think about Drake? What do you think about OVO? Of course. Let me know. Comment, subscribe, like, check it out.